I saw F1, so here are my spoiler-free thoughts. I was really excited to see this film as it has the same director as Top Gun Maverick, a film I absolutely love and probably my best 4DX experience. And because of the subject matter of this film, I knew it would also be really fun in 4DX. And in that aspect, it did not disappoint. There were points where I almost wanted to lift my hands and mock steer because the action happening on screen was so well choreographed with what was happening with the seats. I saw a lot of talk about this film having a generic story, but there's a reason why this narrative is used over and over again. Because even though this felt like a story I've seen before in terms of the structure of it, this underdog sports story, I still felt myself wholly invested in the characters and what they were trying to accomplish. The film sees Brad Pitt as a former F1 racer. That's where he started his career, but he never made a name for himself because of a bad accident. Bet has gone on to be successful in several different avenues of racing. When an old friend, played by Javier Bardem, asks him to come back and help him with his F1 team that is failing, Brad's character reluctantly agrees, but once on the team has to contend with a new, cocky young racer, played by Damson Idris. So obviously, one of the big aspects of this film is these two characters butting heads and ultimately finding common ground. And I will say, while I did like their chemistry, I liked kind of that aspect of the relationship. We did sacrifice, I think, more of getting to see them bond and become a team for the love story. Now, if you know me, you know I am someone who latches onto a romantic subplot, big or small, like a leech. I love it. And while I do think the romantic plot between Carrie Condon's character and Brad Pitt's character was well executed, it wasn't rushed, it had the right amount of flirting and antagonistic aspects to it. It did take away from the time that we could have used to really develop the relationship between Damson Idris's character and Brad Pitt's character, which I think is an important part of this film. I will admit this is not the best performance I've seen from Brad Pitt. I think he plays the grizzled, cool vet pretty well. But when it comes to this kind of deep monologue he has to give about why he loves racing and this feeling that he's chasing, that left quite a bit to be desired. Overall, I found myself invested in the story of this team. The tense racing scenes really played well and looked great, and ultimately found myself having a good time with this movie, especially as someone who knows nothing about racing or F1. But have you seen F1? If so, let me know what you thought.